Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. This is the first game I ever played. Fuck, that makes me feel old. Anyway, I loved this game as a kid, and I still play it regularly even to this day. Crash Bandicoot 2's story picks up right after the end of the first game. Cortex has fallen to his death. Oh. He's okay. Fuck it, whatever. So Cortex, who can apparently fall out of the sky and survive, finds out that the entire time his castle was being powered by crystals. A year later, Cortex and his old companion by the name of N-Jin figure out that they need 25 crystals to fully power the Cortex Vortex. This thing. And because these two are nasty little shits, they have no friends left to help them. So they decide that they will use Crash to gather the remaining crystals for them. Meanwhile, Crash is relaxing in the forest with his sister Coco. Whoa, 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 whoa! Crash has a sister? And what happened to Pamela Anderson? Apparently, she was cut because Crash was seen as a family-friendly game, and Torna looked too much like a whore. So because of this, she was scrapped and replaced by Coco. Anyway, Coco needs a battery for her laptop and needs Crash to go and find one. In the jungle. So while Crash is out looking for a fucking battery, Cortex teleports him to the warp room. The warp room is the new area in which you choose your level. Rather than having a map and doing each level in the order you are told to, you can play them in any order you like. There are 5 warp rooms, each consisting of 5 levels. So Cortex continues to explain to Crash what he has to do, and it is Crash's job to do what the fuck he is told. Or else. Did you know that when you enter the first level, if you quit the level prematurely and send Crash back to the warp room, Cortex will be annoyed with Crash for not doing what he was told.
No, Crash. I said bring me the crystals! Now, get back in there.
Do this 2 more times and Cortex will be very pissed off. This game sees many improvements that help to make it better than the first. Crash can now slide, crawl and body slam. Other improvements include a box counter to help you see how many boxes you've smashed during the level, and fixed bonus stages which allow you to gain extra lives, and if you manage to fail one of these bonus stages, you can simply try again. There is no more saving in bonus stages. Instead, you can save whenever you want from the warp room. Thank God! Not being able to save whenever you needed to in the first game was one of the killers of the game for me. Clearly, Naughty Dog learnt from their mistakes. Much like the first game, if you collect all of the boxes in a level, including the bonus stage, you will be rewarded with a gem. When you collect your first gem, Embryo will make an appearance and tell Crash not to collect the crystals, but instead to collect the gems. Otherwise, Cortex will take over the world. Collecting gems in this game has also improved, mainly by the fact that you don't have to get them all on one life. That makes collecting the gems much less tedious. But that is not all. Death routes have been added to the game, hard areas in certain levels that have more boxes that need to be broken. Death routes can only be accessed if you reach it without dying in the level. This helps to add some difficulty to some levels. There are also a lot of secrets in this game. I won't spoil any, but a few are pretty obvious, so I will spoil one. At the end of the level Bear Down in Warp Room 3, traverse these few platforms and you will be taken to Warp Room 6. This warp room gives you access to 3 hidden areas inside existing levels, allowing you to get all of the boxes in those levels. It also contains 2 new levels. These levels don't have any crystals for them, only gems, which are required for 100%. All of these levels have to be unlocked by finding the other secret warp areas. This game also includes a new box, a nitro box. When touched, it explodes and kills Crash instantly. These are scattered all over the place, especially in death routes. After you collect the 5 crystals in the warp room, Cortex will appear and tell you that to get to the next warp room, you have to fight a boss. The first boss fight is Ripperoo. He is easier than he was last time. The second boss fight introduces 2 new characters, the Komodo brothers, Komodo Joe and Komodo Mo Komodo. Their fight is pretty easy as well. The third boss fight is against Tiny Tiger. This fight sees you jumping on falling platforms, trying to get Tiny to fall with them. Fun, but again it's still pretty easy. After the 4th warp room, we are told to give the crystals we have collected to Engine. But because Crash doesn't know who Engine is, Crash decides to fight him. Engine is the only boss in this game with more than 3 bars of health. In this boss fight, Crash must throw Wumpa Fruit at the weak points of Engine's robot. This boss fight, while not too difficult, still adds a new dimension of gameplay to the game. This boss, in my opinion, is the best boss fight of the game. But what about Cortex's boss fight? What you are about to see is the entire final boss fight with Cortex.
Haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot!
Pa-fucking-thetic. This is one of the sorriest excuses for a final boss fight in the history of gaming. It lasts 30 seconds. The boss fights in this game are easy, very easy. The game definitely needs a difficulty boost. We've gone from the game being brutally difficult with its hard gems to being too fucking easy. If only there was something to balance it out. Did you know that when Crash is crushed, his head is left attached to his feet and he walks around? This death animation was removed in the Japanese version of the game. This is because around the time of Crash 2's release in Japan, Sony Japan demanded that it be removed because of a loose serial killer at the time, who would leave the victim's head with their shoes. Now that's fucked up. This game introduces a few vehicles to mix things up. A jetboard allows Crash to ride on the water, doing jumps and avoiding shit. A polar bear, simply called Polar, is the equivalent to the warthog in the first game. Crash simply rides him through the level. When you meet Polar in Warp Room 2, if you jump on his head 10 times, he will give you 10 extra lives. The final vehicle is used only in 2 levels, plus Cortex's shitty boss fight, the jetpack. Fuck is this awesome! The controls for the jetpack are hard to get used to, but once you master it, holy hell is it fun! Charging through space with this jetpack on is like nothing else. And the music in this level, in fact, all of the music in this game is just... oh my god, is it good! Just listen. Once you have collected all 25 crystals and 42 gems, you can get the true ending, but be sure to save before you watch it, because you can't save afterwards. I didn't know this and had to get the final gem again. Anyway, if you don't like spoilers, then you should probably skip ahead, but I would recommend staying because it is important for the story of the next game and will be spoiled in the next review anyway, so yeah, that's a thing. Crash, Coco and Embryo meet on top of the destroyed castle. All of the gems you have collected are placed into a giant ray gun, which then destroys the Cortex Vortex and sends the debris into space.
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
I don't know why, but that piece there always flickers for some reason. Did you know? There is a glitch in this game that allows you to get 200% game completion by performing many glitches that enable you to get more gems and crystals than are actually in the game. No hacks. If you want to check out this glitch and how to do it for yourself, go to this video, click the annotation, or if there isn't one because YouTube is being shit again, there will be a link in the description below. Check it out, it's pretty cool. Crash Bandicoot 2 remains to be one of my favourite games of all time, which means that my score may be slightly biased due to nostalgic reasons. That being said, I think I have given this game a fair score. This game is great no matter what anyone says otherwise. The level design was great, the improvements over Crash 1 were great, the music blows my fucking balls off even to this day, and the bosses wreck this game. If the boss fights had have been much more challenging, then this game, in my opinion, would get an instant 10. This game is a classic no doubt, and it holds up well even to this day. While Crash 1 was outdated by its sequels, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back was not. And that is why I'm giving this game an 8 out of 10. This game is great, but it is also very easy and can be completed 100% in a single sitting. Oh well. The next game on the list is Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so that you can get notified when the next video is up. Thanks for watching.